for me, even though you're talking to me, Dick, because I'll stand by.
Well, it's about damn time. You're doing a piss-poor job. You've not answered his question yet.
I have answered my question, Bruce.
Do you mind?
I have answered his question, and you, not Nick, you just don't like the way I'm answering it.
He asked you about why you transmit wide. Transmit. And you're telling him all about how you receive and how you got your receive and how he's got his receive, which has nothing to do with why you transmit wide.
Again, I'm at 3.3. 3.3, unreasonable.
I mean, look at it this way. You can't hear yourself transmitting.
Correct. Now, wait a minute. Hang on a minute. I want to do something for you, Bruce.
You're going to tune in to an SDR station and say, oh, my God, I can.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, there is 5.2. I'm 5.2 on my transmitter right now, but I don't run it like that at 5.2. There's no need for me to go that high. I can go up to 20 kC wide on this radio. I choose not to. I keep it at 3.3, which I think is reasonable for these radios. Over?
I think he's trying to answer your question now, Nick. He believes that is reasonable for his radio.
Well, again, we've been going back and forth on this for a couple of years now. I do check my mailbox for those FCC warnings, and so far, it ain't happening.
I ain't talking about FCC warnings. I asked you, the question was, why is it important to you, Tom, that you run that wide?
I just went down to 23, and them guys are already talking about it.
Oh, good.
And,
well,
23,
now,
what's his problem?
Yeah, I mean, I can go to 10 if they really want to hear me, but then here's what happens, Johnny. If those guys are bitching about it on 23, and I decide to open this thing up to say 15 kCs wide, then I'm getting into QRM. Then I'm really getting into malicious interference. But at 3.3, I am not. There's no violation, and the FCC knows it. I know it. And as far as feeling the need to do this, I don't know. Again, 3.3 is not unreasonable. If anybody's only receiving me at 2.7, well then that is their receiver. They're free to do that.
Why do you say it's not a violation when we almost read off to you verbatim what the FCC rules say about single sideband?
Okay, I tell you what, Bruce. I tell you what. Here's what I want you to do. I encourage you to do this.
You're not answering this question either. Now you're telling me what you want me to do.
Here's what I'm going to do.
Why do you say it's not a violation? If you can just answer that, then you can add in what you want me to do at the end.
Because I have previously tonight, and I've done this, and I've sent you a copy of the FCC ruling on that, where the petition was denied to restrict it to 2.8. They wanted an actual FCC rule. There's no FCC rule on bandwidth on single sideband. I'm sorry, it's just not there. And the FCC said no, we're not going to restrict the bandwidth to 2.8. And I sent you a copy of that.
Okay, Tom, you're wrong. There is.
Oh my God.
What? Is it all right if I say something now, or are you just going to double with me if I talk?
I thought you on Keith. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. There is a rule. There is a regulation. It's in Part 97. It's under bandwidth, and you're welcome to go find it, but you are in violation.
Okay, here's what I want anybody out there listening or yourself. I encourage y'all to do that, and you can take this recording and you can submit it to the FCC. And I want you to actually file a complaint. Anybody that's listening, I don't care if you're up there in Hot Knock, New Jersey, or you're down here in the Southeast. Yeah, I want you to say N1FM is running 3.3 on his transmitter. He's in violation. Go after him. And I encourage anybody to do that. Let's see what happens.
So you're saying you do not want to comply with normal amateur radio practice, what normal amateur radios have been doing for years and years, You don't want to do that unless you're forced to it. Is that what you're saying?
Is it a practice or a rule? Is it a practice or a rule?
It is both a practice and a rule. And I've told you.
And again, the FCC said they were not going to restrict it to 2.8, which was the request of 3 hams that tried to get that done.
And what exactly was it that they said they were not going to restrict to 2.8? You said they were not going to restrict it. Can you define the it?
Well, do you want me to send you the ruling?
You did. I read it.
Right. Okay, then why are you asking me?
Because you didn't understand what you read.
I fully understand what I read.
Okay. When we ask you, when Nick asks you, why do you want to run wide? You will not answer that question.
No, because nobody can define wide.
Why do you want to run at the width that you are running? We'll leave the word wide out of it. Why? The question is, why do you never answer the question?
Okay, I'm going to answer this question.
Well, can you do it without asking?
I'm going to do it right now.
Can you do it without saying, if you'll send me, can you do it without saying, I'm still looking in my mailbox? Can you just answer the damn question?
Okay, I didn't kid and you're talking.
Well, imagine that. Is there anything in the FCC Part 97 rules where they use the word unreasonable?
Is there anything that says I can't run 3.3?
You realize you just asked me a question when I asked you a question.
Yeah, and I gave you my explanation, and you're just moving the goalpost there, and I've answered it, and it's I'm gonna keep it at 3.3. In fact, just to piss some people off, I may go to 3.5.
It does not piss us off, Tom. What pisses us off is you don't answer simple, straightforward questions.
If it doesn't piss anybody off, why is this even a discussion?
Because you keep going and going and going.
Hey, look, I'm at 3.3, and that's
and you're
where it's
still
at,
talking
and
about it.
I'll wait at my mailbox.
Look, listen to this, Tom. In order for us to stop this discussion, one of us is going to have to quit talking about it. Now, I'm willing to stop and not discuss it anymore if you won't say another damn word about 3.5, 3.3, your bandwidth.
I can tell you this much, all of us up and down the band.
I ain't gonna let you talk, Johnny.
All of us up and down the band is trying to stay 3 kilohertz away from anybody. The 3.3, you are 0.3 kilohertz into their bandpass, which makes it almost impossible to talk at 3 away. So that's just the way I see it.
Well, who the hell's talking right now 3 away?
Well, they're going to start a net in about 15 minutes on 25.
Okay, and guess what? Now look, man, that's a terrible thing to say. Because you know damn well, them guys don't give a shit about us 2 KCs away. They get in there and fire up their nest, and every one of y'all bitch about it every time they come in there. So who cares that they're coming in 2 KCs away, and I'm 3.3? I'm going to reduce down to 2.1 because they're going to start their stupid ass net where everybody's been dead for 30 years.
Are you Tom? Are you willing to drop this subject so we can move on and talk about dirt racing?
Well, dirt